All right, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been traded to the Utah Jazz in an 8-player deal. That's a lot of players for only a 2-team trade, but at least something's happening. This is much better than us standing around and waiting for Giannis to not get traded because I don't think he will be traded. But anyway, Utah Jazz are acquiring Jaren Jackson from the Memphis Grizzlies as part of an 8-player trade. Memphis will receive 3 first-round picks, so that's solid for Memphis. And they also get rookie guard Walter Clayton. I do like Walter Clayton a lot. He has a wet jump shot. Seems like a solid defender as well. Then Memphis also gets Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, and Georges Niang. Basically, Memphis got 3 first-round picks and Walter Clayton. It's basically what the trade is. Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, and Georges Niang. I kind of like Kyle Anderson going over there because he's a pretty decent fit in my opinion for Memphis. But basically, they're just trying to dump cash essentially. But I do like the 3 first-round picks. I do like Walter Clayton. I do like Jaren Jackson. For the Utah Jazz, I'm not sure what their timeline is if they're trying to compete next year within the next 2 or 3 years because Lauri Markkanen, I want to say Lauri is 30 already if I'm not mistaken. Let's see really quick. I think I'm wrong. I think he's only like 26 to be honest. Let's see. For Lauri's 28, so I was in the middle there. He's 28 years old, so he's not old. He's not young. He's like right in the middle of his prime, to be honest. So you pair up Jaren Jackson with Lauri Markkanen. You also pair him up right down here, Walker Kessler as well. So I like Walker Kessler, Lauri, and Jaren Jackson Jr. all out there together. They could run a super big lineup if they wanted to. It does say Walker Kessler is a restricted free agent this summer, so we'll see if they're trying to use Jaren Jackson as like a replacement for him, or if they want to keep all of their big men out there and try to run a supersized lineup like Houston likes to do. They still have Keontae George as well. Keontae George isn't going anywhere. Keontae looks like he's a superstar in the making, and it seems like it's already happening this season. I'd seen somebody grade this trade. It was off YahooSports.com, I think, and they gave the trade a barely passing grade, is what they said from Memphis's side. So I guess they gave it like a D. That'd be barely passing, right? A D. So I guess they didn't like this trade so much. I don't know what people think Jaren Jackson Jr.'s value is. He did win Defensive Player of the Year in 2022-23, it says right here. But when I watch Jaren Jackson Jr. play, I don't know if this is just me, but I don't see him like flashing off the screen defensively. I don't think that he is an amazing defender, to be honest. Maybe I'm just being mean, but I honestly don't understand how he won that Defensive Player of the Year. They're probably tired of giving it to Rudy Gobert, so they decided to give him one. But Jaren Jackson, he's a pretty inconsistent three-point shooter. He's a decent post player. He can get down there and score pretty well in the post, but he doesn't choose to do that too much of the time. He's kind of picky with his post game, even though that's probably where he's most effective. He likes to kind of dance around beyond the arc and take three balls. Kind of reminds me of like Paulo Banchero's play style, where you're a big physical guy, you can get into the paint. Jaren Jackson and Paulo do it differently. Paulo does it off the dribble. Jaren Jackson is more of a post player. But the point is, I feel like he settles for jump shots and threes too much, where he can get into the post and be really physical down there. But maybe Jaren can play more in the post now. They have Lauri, who can play his perimeter-based game, and just run that supersized lineup around Keontae George. I think that would work pretty well for Utah. But again, Lauri is 28 years old. Jaren Jackson is 26. And Keontae George is only 23, so their future is obviously Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George, and try to build around those two guys. Again, Lauri is 28, so he's not super young anymore, but Lauri can give you at least like another 5 years until he's 33 of this type of production. So, Lauri and Keontae are definitely players you want to keep. Then you pair them with Jaren Jackson Jr., and we'll see how things look for the Utah Jazz. I don't hate the trade for Utah. I think they got a pretty decent little package back. As far as Memphis, they got the 3 first-round draft picks. Walter Clayton is a good young player for them moving forward. And next up is trading Ja Morant, in my opinion. I think they should really be looking into trading Ja Morant before the trade deadline so they can really get into their rebuild. Memphis, in my opinion, their main goal should just be to stack up stack up first round draft picks and stack up the young players you can, and just basically start a rebuild, to be honest. Get rid of John Morant, get rid of Jaren Jackson Jr., which they have now, and just try to stack up those draft picks and rebuild. And speaking of their first round draft picks, Memphis now has 12 first round draft picks over the next 7 seasons, trailing only OKC and the Brooklyn Nets for the most in the league. So they jumped the Spurs. The Spurs, not sure exactly how many first rounders the Spurs have, but they're right up there with OKC and Brooklyn, and Memphis now has 12 of their first round draft picks. So that thing's set up the way they need to. Just try to develop Walter Clayton a little more, get off John Morant, get more first round draft picks. Again, they already traded. That's where they got all the draft picks. They traded 4 first rounders and a first round swap when they picked up Desmond Bane. So that's already 5 first rounders. They got 3 more in this trade, and they already had 4 more in their possession. But I don't hate this team. I don't hate this trade for both teams. I think Memphis for sure won the trade, getting those first rounders back. But I don't think Jackson Jr. is a terrible fit for Utah. We'll kind of see how it works out with the Lauri Markkanen pairing with him and Jaren Jackson. I'm excited to see how those guys play together. But please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. Let me know what you thought about this trade, who you thought won this trade. Because again, I think the Grizzlies were the winners in this trade. They're obviously trying to blow everything up at this point. They got off Desmond Bane. They got off Jaren Jackson Jr. They have their 12 first-round draft picks. Next up is trading Ja Morant. In my opinion, I don't think they really want to build around Ja. He's a really talented player, but he's not mature enough to be a leader of men, to be honest. But again, please like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out, bro.